So in chapter 3.3, we're going to be going over the slope of a line and the formula for the slope of the line. So slope measures the steepness of a line. So over the whole entire line, the slope of a line is constant. So what that means is that if we calculated the slope or found the slope for any interval over that line, it will be the same exact slope. So here's the slope formula. The slope of the line through the point, we'll call the 2 points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. It's going to be m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So that is the change in the x coordinates, or sorry, change in the y coordinates over change in the x coordinates. So this is going to be what we call rise over run. So it's called rise because y coordinates are vertical, and then we're saying that the run is horizontal for x coordinates. And there's a little note down here where x2 cannot equal x1. If it does, then that means the denominator is 0. We can't divide by 0. So this is what it would look like. So if we had this blue line right here, and we're calculating the slope between this point and this point, x1, y1, and x2, y2, whatever they are, we can see that the rise is y2 minus y1. It's the vertical distance between the points. And then we can see that the run is the horizontal distance, x2 minus x1 between the points. So that's what we will be calculating, and it represents the steepness of the line. So obviously, the higher the number, the larger the positive number, the more steep it's going to be. And the more negative a negative number, the more steep it's going to be decreasing. So let's just do some examples. So let's find the slope of the line passing through these points. So let's just plot these points down. We have -3, -1. So that's going to be this point right here. And then -2, 4 is going to be right up here. So we're trying to find the slope of the line that cuts through these points. So calculating the slope, we have the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we get to decide which point is x1, y1 and which one is x2, y2. So let's just make this one x1, y1. And we'll make the other one x2, y2. And then once we have that, we're just going to plug in. So y2 minus y1, that's going to be 4 minus -1. So you just have to be careful with the positive and negative signs. And then -2 minus -3. So calculating this, we're going to get 4 minus -1, which is 5. That's 4 plus 1. -2 minus -3 is -2 plus 3, which is 1. So the slope here is going to be 5. So that's a positive slope. So positive slope means the function is going to be increasing, which just means it's rising from left to right. So we can also see if we went over to this graph, it goes up 5 units and then to the right 1. So rise over run, up 5 to the right 1. And so the next one, we have the point 1 comma 4 and 1 comma 0. So 1 comma 4 is going to be right here. 1 comma 0 is going to be right here. So we actually have a vertical line. So let's see what happens when we calculate the slope of a vertical line. Once again, I'm going to let the first xy coordinate be x1, y1. The second one's going to be x2, y2. So it's going to be 0 minus 4. And 1 minus 1 in the denominator. We get -4 over 0. Whenever this happens, what this means is we have an undefined slope. Because we cannot divide by 0. So the slope does not equal -4 over 0. We would have to say the slope is undefined. So that happens anytime we have a vertical line, which means the x coordinates would be the same. Okay, and then the last one here, and then we can see what I wrote here or what I put here on the bottom. Last one, we have 2, 3 and negative 2, 3. So 2, 3 is going to be right here. So xy coordinate 2, 3. And then negative 2, 3 is going to be right here. So connecting these points, we have a horizontal line. So horizontal line meaning that their y coordinates are the same. And we can see that they're the same because they're both a 3. So first point, first ordered pair is going to be x1, y1. Second one's going to be x2, y2. So it's going to be 3 minus 3 for the change in the y values, and negative 2 minus 2. Don't need those parentheses. So negative 2 minus 2. So we're going to get 0 over negative 4. When 0 is in the numerator, that means the number is just 0. So our slope here is 0. So 0 is a horizontal line, is the slope of a horizontal line. And undefined slope would be the slope of a vertical line. Okay, so you can see down here that I have all of the possibilities for a slope. So we can either have a positive slope, negative slope, or a 0 slope, or an undefined slope. Positive slope means the line is rising from left to right. Negative slope, the line is falling from left to right. 0 slope, horizontal line. Undefined slope, and we get a vertical line. So we'll be seeing more of these. I only have a couple examples here because we'll be seeing more of these in section 3.4, but this is just kind of the little introduction to it.